What's up, guys? I know it's been a minute since I posted, but honestly, this past couple weeks, we've been doing a lot. Me and my girlfriend, we actually bought a new house, and we had to move our stuff from the apartment to the new house. We had family help us, and it's just been too busy. You know, it's a lot of stuff now. A lot of people have been asking, what is my exhaust setup? And I figured, why not do it right now? It shouldn't take that long. So yeah, let's get this started. So yeah, after it warms up, it does get quiet. You can still hear the exhaust a little bit. But for me, that's like perfect. You know, I do have a kid, and I don't want it to be that loud. You know, it can get annoying. Well, my exhaust setup, it's very simple, nothing too crazy. It wasn't expensive. I actually went the cheaper route, you know, for my budget. I could always change it later on, so it was no big deal. I got a couple quotes from different local shops, and I went to this shop. So I asked the guy how much for a muffler delete. He said $150. He said just to take them off. It's gonna be an extra charge for the tips, and I wanted a dual exhaust. And all he had was a one tip, you know, just like this. I wanted a dual. You know, since it's a big hole here, I wanted to fill that gap. And for me, my personal preference, I like it with two. And the one he had was just one, and he said it was gonna be like $70. And I was like, wow. And I asked the guy, like, he had time. He's like, no, give me a couple hours, come back. And I was like, you know what, that's just too much. So I went to a different. Actually, I called. I decided not to go in because I figured I was gonna be wasting my time. And I called this shop, and same thing. I called this guy, and he quoted me $180, and he said he was gonna use the muffler tips I had. He was from the muffler tips. He was gonna cut it off and weld it on. And for me, that was like, huh. Like, I don't think that's gonna look good. So I was like, all right, thank you, you know. So before I got this car, I did have a BMW. So I did have a local shop I actually was going to before. So I was like, man, I should go back to those people and see what they recommend. So I went down, I told him what's going on, I told him what I wanted, and he told me it was gonna be $80 to get the muffler delete, but the tips were gonna be an extra charge. He told me, you know, honestly, you're better off buying them online. They're just cheaper. If you go any place around the area, you know, where I live, it's gonna be a lot more. He said he quoted me, I think it was like $140 just for the tips, the ones that I wanted. I'm like, wow, $140 plus 80, that's $220. Subaru Speed actually has a nameless exhaust. So I went home, was looking on eBay, and actually found some tips that look nice, and they were only 72, maybe 80. I don't really remember at this point, and they actually look good. So I bought them. Took about 4 or 5 days for them to arrive. And then I went to my local shop and I got them installed. So yeah. And the guy that I went for actually only charged me 70 bucks to get these installed. Alright, so in total I spent 150 just to get the muffler deletes. And at first I was satisfied with the sound and how loud it was. After me watching a couple videos on YouTube, you know, other people posting how it sounds without the resonator, kind of, you know, it sounded nice to me. I was like, you know what, I need that. So one day I just decided to go see how much it would be to, you know, get the resonator deleted. And I went to the same local shop I went to where I got these installed, and they were really busy, and they told me, hey, come back in a couple of days, like I'm really booked right now. I was like, man, like I really wanted these today. So I went to a different muffler shop. It was like literally down the street, and he wasn't busy. So I went in and I told him, like, hey, how much would it be if you deleted the resonator? So yeah, it's kind of hard to show you guys, but I think it was right there where the resonator was, and he just cut it off and welded on another piece of pipe, and he charged me 60 bucks for that, which I thought it was very cheap. That's basically my exhaust setup, you know, very simple and nothing too crazy. It's affordable if you're looking, you know, if you're like in a smaller budget and you want to make your car sound nice. Well, I'd rather recommend doing this instead of buying them from Subi Speed and spending like $300 just to get the muffler deletes, you know. And I've been running this setup for about a year and a half now, and I haven't run into it, no issues. If you're wondering, the car runs fine. I don't want to go too crazy in the mods. The main reason why, because I still have my warranty in the car. If you guys have any more questions, let me know in the comments below. It's more easier for me to upload now, so just let me know, guys. All right, thanks for watching. Peace.